What if someone told you that the world is actually missing something?
I think the entire world would benefit if they had more of Ghana in them.
So in a recent interview, an international professor made a surprising statement.
For somebody who was born and raised in the United States, I had been to other parts of Africa, but Ghana just somehow clicked with me, and it was immediately a place that I loved and felt at home.
And the statement was that the entire world would benefit if they had more of Ghana in them.
I always feel that when I'm away from Ghana, there's something missing, and I feel more whole when I get to Ghana.
But what exactly did he mean by that statement? And why are people across social media talking about this particular statement?
Ghana is a place of hope, a place of inspiration, a place that is looking to the future. I think the entire world would benefit if they had more of Ghana in them.
In this video, we break it down and analyze this speech. And all that you got to do is to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Now let's get into the video.
If you've enjoyed this video so far, please do me a huge favour and hit the like button and subscribe. These videos take quite a long time to make, so if you could help me out, I'll love you forever. Thank you all for your support. Now let's get back to this crazy story.
So this statement that you just heard came from Professor Stephen C. Alder. Now, Professor Stephen C. Alder is a global health scholar and a president of Ensign Global University in Ghana. Take note, he is a professor, a global health scholar, and president of Ensign Global University in Ghana. Now, during a discussion on leadership, culture, and global development, he made a powerful observation. And according to him, many societies around the world are struggling with something fundamental, not technology, not resources, but human values. Now, Professor Alder explained that Ghana has certain cultural strength that many societies are beginning to lose. And according to him, they include strong community bonds, respect for elders, generosity towards strangers, and a deep sense of humanity. Because when you come to Ghana, it's very common for people to greet strangers, to help neighbors, and treat visitors with warmth.
I think the entire world would benefit if they had more of Ghana in them. So when I first arrived in Ghana back in the early 2000s, it was strangely like I was coming home again. And that's weird for somebody who was born and raised in the United States. I had been to other parts of Africa, but Ghana just somehow clicked with me, and it was immediately a place that I loved and felt at home. I now am a resident of Ghana now, and just over those years, I just became more and more engaged in Ghana. Of course, my friends and associates and community partners, all the great people I get to work with in Ghana, just are at the center of my heart. And so I always feel that when I'm away from Ghana, there's something missing, and I feel more whole when I get to Ghana. And I just find that Ghana is a place of hope, a place of inspiration, a place that is looking to the future with a positive outlook and looking at solutions, not to frame things as problems, but solutions to the challenges that are before us that we get the opportunity to tackle. And I just love that.
And this Ghanaians did not fake it. They do this from the inner part of their soul. They do this from their hearts. And he argued that these social values are becoming rare in many parts of the world. And that is why he said the world will benefit if they had more of Ghana in them. Because now if you go on social media, a lot of diasporans will tell you that you can visit a lot of African countries, but once you step into Ghana in West Africa, the feeling is different, the air is different, and the people that welcome you are different. The people who speak to you are different.
I went to Congo, I went to Djibouti, Rwanda, Nairobi, Kenya, South Africa. I was been in a lot of those places, and I'm going, hey, Black American, I'm proud. We've accomplished a great deal. Do they really feel like we're connected? But until I went to Ghana, everything changed.
In Ghana, whenever a Ghanaian is speaking, me paucho, please. A Ghanaian in just a simple conversation can use please for like 100 times. That is how Ghanaians are cultured and taught and brought up in life. And so Ghanaians naturally are like that.
I think the entire world would benefit if they had more of Ghana in them. The world has a lot to learn from Ghana.
Now, this statement touches on something deeper about Ghana's global reputation, because for decades, Ghana has been known internationally as one of Africa's most peaceful nations, a country with strong democratic traditions, and a place known for hospitality. Many visitors say that when they arrive in Ghana, they experience a sense of community that is difficult to find elsewhere. Because in Ghana, everyone is forgiving, everyone is patient, and that is why you will never see our president fighting, holding on to power, just like you see happen in other African countries. You can never come to Ghana and see that a president, somebody who is around 100 years, has become president, still insists and wants to become president. No. Even when we have a disagreement on voting, the opponent quickly agrees just to allow peace to reign. And he believes that once he allows peace to reign, he will come back the next time and contest again. And that is what makes Ghana special from all African countries.
Well, it's a good club. It's a good club. You went on a family trip for 2 weeks in Africa. One of the places you went was Ghana, and I was on the phone with you, and I'm going to be there too very soon. Why? What was so special about Ghana? Because everyone's been inviting me to Ghana.
Well, you know what? There's something about going to West Africa as African Americans who have been disconnected from the continent and going back, truly learning about our history and the expansiveness of our history, but learning the history from the lion's perspective and not the hunter's. The accurate history and being able to reclaim your roots and to find out who you actually are. And for me, that was incredibly important. Turning 50 to figure out the kind of woman I want to be for the next 50 or 60 years. And I knew that I needed to be in Africa. Learning about who I am, connecting with my own people.
Ghana's the jumping off point.
That's
why.
We got our names.
That's why.
So you got your name?
We got our names, yes.
Because there's a naming ceremony that you can participate in when you go.
What's your name? It was wonderful. Safwa.
That's pretty.
Yes. It means the key. My husband's name is Kwesi, which means protector of the family. And I forgot Tom's name.
The professor's message was not just about Ghana. In fact, it was about the importance of human values in a rapid changing world. In a time when societies feel divided and disconnected, he believes that culture should emphasize unity, compassion, and social responsibility. And he believes this may actually hold important lessons for the rest of the world. So when Professor Alder said that the world needs more Ghana in them, he wasn't talking about geography, he was talking about values. And perhaps the bigger question is, could the world really learn something from Ghana's culture? What do you think? And do you agree that Ghana's culture has something unique that the world can learn from? Let me know if you believe Ghana has something the world can learn from. Write in the comment section. Let me know what the world can learn from Ghana. Leave it in the comment section. It's a wrap for today.
All right, good morning, people. There was a question about why African Americans choose Ghana mainly, and they don't generally travel to many other African countries. Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because Ghana does this strategically, okay? They have a strategy in how they're going to get African Americans to come to their country, or Americans in general. And I'll give you an example. 12 years ago, they offered me an opportunity to come to the University of Ghana. Now, at that time, of course, I'm working, making money. I didn't take it, but it put Ghana on my mind. Now, first thing they do, they make it real easy to get into the country. You can go to Ghana without your visa, just your passport. They'll process you right there for your visa. You don't have to get on a plane and go to Europe or turn it around and go back to the United States. Some countries in Africa, Nigeria's been known, if you don't have all your paperwork, they'll just, hey, you got to go. Ghana's going to say, hey, they let you out of the United States, you're good with me because I know you got money and you're going to spend it. Come on. All right, next. Ghana's embassies are located in area. Now, everyone has one in Washington, D.C., but then Ghana's other embassy is located about an hour from me, which is Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm in Memphis, okay? That is very strategic. Trust me, because a lot of African Americans are within that vicinity, all right? Next, Ghana is working with airlines to get direct flights from Washington, D.C. or New York to Accra. There are so many African countries that don't have direct flights to it. So that's going to hurt their ability to be able to recruit foreign tourism. And next, and this is a big one, the English language. They speak English. I mean, I studied French, but I don't speak it well. I can speak some Spanish, but Ghana has, if you go there, you have some sort of an advantage because they do speak English and you feel more comfortable with the language that you understand the best. So if those countries could adapt, open up their doors, welcome the U.S. Citizens in that similar way, be competitive about it, we'll go to those countries too.